What's going on, everybody? Welcome to your weekend astrology forecast for the weekend of August 20th and the 21st of 2022. Astrologer Brian Scarborough here, Fixed Air Moon, keeping the collective fixed on astrology. Hope that you had a good week. Hope that you're ready for this weekend. I'm definitely, I like this weekend, but it's also got a little chaos to it. I don't know. We'll see how it goes, but, maybe some of us like a little chaos. Maybe some of us are like, my nervous system can't handle any more chaos, and we'll see. Let's take a look at the astrology, see how it breaks down. We're going to see that sun at these 27, 28 degrees of Leo, so it's approaching Regulus. It's getting to the end of Leo season. It's been a weird Leo season, but I think this weekend's really a time to focus on that, very mature sense of fun within yourself, very mature sense of your courage, of your light. These are going to be these are going to hold things down for us, because that moon in Gemini is definitely looking for curiosity and the fun mixed with the sun in Leo and the people and the conversation and the truths, and oh my gosh, so much debate can come up at the same time. But we're seeing, the moon aspecting Chiron. We're seeing it come off the sextile to Jupiter. So we're in this kind of feeling things out. I think realizing that the power and strength is definitely going to feed us this weekend. And the power, of course, Mars, the big aspect this weekend, is now in Gemini. So it's going to be in Gemini until March 24th of 2023. We're about to go through the long haul of Mars in Gemini, which Mars is happy being out of Taurus where it's at detriment. So it definitely, things are going to be quick. Gemini's quick intellect. I mean, Mars is there. Mars is quick energy. So there are just things that are going to start going. So you know what? It's going to be a ride, and we're just kind of starting this ride. And I think it's the curiosity that can take us a long way. Seeing how to respond quickly. That's Mars in Gemini. Boom, boom, bow, boom. What can we respond to quickly? We kind of have already taken things slow enough for long enough, even though Uranus was there with Mars in the North Node. Now things are going to start, there's just going to be sense that's going to pop up. And it's what you do with that sense. It's not a time to completely identify with one thing. That would be the polarity with Mars. If Mars was in Sagittarius, this is the one way, no, there's going to be infinite streams of different ways. And it's your job to just focus on the truth of the matter for you. Keep things kind of close. Gemini is close behind as well. It's close to you. It rules the hands, the arms. It's things in arm's reach, but it's also the community factor, your environment. So these things are going to be a big factor in okay, I need to act here for my community or my environment, or this is what needs to happen, or these things need to change. Make sure that they're aligned with the things that bring you happiness, especially this weekend. It can be exciting and fun. We can start to see things moving faster than they have. But, oh boy, Mars is going to retrograde here, and it's going to be square Neptune, and it's just, there's a lot going on with Mars here. And it's going to be activating all the big retrogrades that have happened, because Mars is the activator. It always comes through and activates eclipses, and especially with a retrograde. Think about 2020, Venus retrograded in Gemini. Think about 2012, Venus eclipsed the sun in Gemini. And those are big moments. 2012, the Mayan calendar ending. 2020, look where that took us. So if you think about what Mars is coming through here, oh, wow. We have a lot to look forward to. Lots of change, lots of big activation. So, curiosity will win the game. Being able to pivot and change for the truth. The truth can change. That's something Gemini teaches us. Information can change truth, and it can change different beliefs on different matters. So, you might be starting to see a lot of the narrative of the world start to change even more than it already has. As Mars kind of cuts away the bullshit, if you will. It's also very trickster energy. So, keep an eye out for the tricksters in this world. And I started doing clown music for Friday's horoscope. Keep an eye out for the clowns. There can be some clown show. And maybe even this weekend, but more so on Sunday. But as we finish off Saturday, we are going to see the moon finish off with a trine over to Saturn. I think this is kind of, a grounding element, but even within our own emotions and how we're understanding things, how we're understanding future structures, the bigger sort of themes in society, because Mars is kind of shifting it to these identification factors that make sense in your environment and for your life, for you. Does start off, I talked about it last night, kind of making that aspect with the sextile to Venus. It does really start, Saturday's energy with that. So again, I think finding the relationships that do feel illuminating, that are fun, creative, exciting. These are the things that are going to make us feel good. Who can we express our truths with? Who is open to hearing other sides? Like, this is definitely a time to be very hermetic. A lot of Mercury. And speaking of Mercury, this is a big weekend with Mercury at 24 because it's going to oppose Neptune. And this one's a big one because this can make people feel like they're a little crazy. It kind of adds to like all this Gemini, this mutable T-square that's building up. There's a lot of, so many, and even coming off of the trine over to Uranus and the North Node, I just think we're having to really see things for what they are, but still keep that imaginative spirit, still kind of keep things open to all the universal possibilities, because the more we try and have things just this is the way, this is the way, this is perfect, the more we're realizing that we're falling into traps, and we're going to find that delusionment will come. So when that disillusionment comes, if you've been stuck in the spell, if you've been stuck in some story or ideal that you've been telling yourself that had no actual real foundation to it, you can feel really let down. And just remember, like, things are going to happen as they're meant to. Don't force your mind into thinking something's just going to show up the way you thought it was going to show up, and in the routine and in the perfection that you idealize within your own head. This is definitely like facts change, things change, people change. Curiosity wins right now. But there's also like understanding to bring that compassion, to bring that, sort of unconditional understanding and that higher knowledge within your mind into reality that does connect all things, that does bring beauty and magic into your reality. And I think Saturday can be a good day for that. As we look at Sunday, the sun will really be starting to finish up here. It will finish off the day at 29 degrees by the time we get to bed, which 29 is where all of our Regulus is, unless you were born in 2012. So, it is kind of conjuncting that fixed star in our chart, wherever that falls. So there's definitely a lot of courage here, a lot of valor, a lot of like drive. It's very winning. Like, it's like the king that went to the Crusades and won the war, So we're all kind of finding like, okay, it's time to win that war within ourselves. And also remember, like, the happiness and the childlike. It's not really childlike with Leo. It's more teenager, more like kind of party, more look at me. I'm going to go do, this because it's fun. So it's like, look at life right now and put yourself in a position that you're choosing what's most fun and most exciting for yourself. And it's crazy because I always say when the moon gets to the edge of Gemini, it's like helter-skelter energy. It just always has that feeling to me, and it's going to be squaring over to Mercury and square over to Neptune as they're in opposition. So, this is definitely a weekend with Mars coming into Gemini, and then kind of really just this powerful force in Gemini where people can be losing their minds. Like just Mercury opposing Neptune right now, and now in shadow. Mercury enters shadow at 25 degrees of Virgo. So we're now getting ready for a Mercury retrograde, which is only 19 days away after Sunday. It's just not a time to lose your mind. It's definitely a time to find the things that you want to be curious about, that bring comfort into your life. You need to be secure with change. I think that's going to be the hard part. You have to be able to surrender. It's sensitive, but it's sensitive in a place that can throw people for a complete tailspin. And sometimes it's good, but sometimes we have to get a little spun, I think, because then we kind of come to our senses, and maybe that's this weekend in a nutshell. It's like I had to get spun around a few times and see things all over the place and then come back to clarity as that moon will finish off the weekend dignified in Cancer and then start, the dark moon phase here as it comes into Leo after that. But Also going to be in sextile to the sun on Sunday. A lot of positivity. I mean, there is positivity here. Don't get me wrong. It's definitely two sides of the story. You're either in the chaos and getting a lot of disillusionment coming to you because you put too much focus on certain things in reality that didn't actually have they didn't make sense to begin with, but you put your focus there. Now it's like, oh wow, that wasn't going to work and there was no truth there. Or this could just be maybe understanding different little pivots you can make to find more comfort in your life, to have things more analytically pure and understood for the things that you want to do, that make you happy, that are exciting, that have the right conversation, the people, the right stimulation. I think that this weekend really comes down to like, how are you stimulating yourself? And do you find fun? Is there a passion? Is there an enjoyment there? The moon will quincunx Pluto, which I think is asking, like, do you see yourself doing this long term? Do you see yourself focused in on this? And is it empowering to something that's bigger, something that you know, is very on your destiny, on your path? It fits. There's something about like finally kind of coming into Sunday and finishing this weekend and being like, yeah, this all fits. This is what I'm doing. And then there's the other side, which is like, nothing fits in my life right now. And having, you know, the awareness within yourself to say, yeah, that's the truth. Nothing fits. And Mars is going to start cutting away in Gemini for a long time here, for the next 7 months, pretty much. Like, it's going to start cutting things away that don't make sense any longer. And I think that this weekend's a good look at like if they do or not. And it's even nice to see Venus and Ceres together in Leo, because it's the love that's going to bring things together. It's like if you're getting the reflection of love from people, if you're getting the reflection of happiness, and like that's the nurturing part in life. Like the love, the happiness, the enjoyment, the fun, that like, I'm just going to do what makes me happy energy. You'll probably find way more fun and excitement and truth just in that aspect alone. And Mercury's starting to trine over to Pluto, so I think that we're uncovering a lot. There's definitely a lot of just truth revealed this weekend. And you know, I'll be honest, with this T-square to the moon, it's like, just be careful with substance, be careful escaping reality. Mercury's strong here in Virgo. It definitely wants to be in reality. It wants to, you know, purify that reality and come to the conclusion and the understanding of the depth there. But going too far with this energy could definitely lead to a lot of anxiety. It reminds me of like a really, like, if you've ever eaten edibles, like pot edibles, and you ate too much, like it's just instant anxiety. We don't want to go into that place of feeling like we're just like, what is going on, you know? And I think there'll be plenty of truth and plenty of stimulation outside of that. So be careful. And of course, Gemini rules cars, driving. Mercury rules driving. And Neptune rules substance. So careful on the road. Pay attention. It's not a good weekend to be messing around, like putting on makeup or, you know, texting while driving, because somebody else out there might be completely lost. And you're going to want to be paying attention to your surroundings because someone else might not be. And it might be, you know, could save the day. It's a very interesting Sunday. There's a lot of beauty to it, but there's a lot of chaos. So it's beauty and chaos all into one. And I think you'll find order in your chaos, or in the chaos of the world, just by being present. It's a present weekend. The truth will be there, and the fun, the love, the excitement will all be there. And that will be nice. But, oh boy, what a time. And with Mars and the Sun in square, which the Sun's moving faster than Mars, of course, so by the time it comes into Virgo, we will see that exact. But it's just a long kind of build up here to Mars square Sun, which is definitely very initiative. Definitely it's ready to get things moving, get things going. But it's also mutable, and it's also like, what can you do to purify your reality? What parts of your soul need a cleanup and a change because the truth has presented itself? So, things to consider this weekend. But overall, it feels kind of, I don't know, it feels fun. It feels like a fun weekend, but it's like Saturn's making aspects, right? It's starting to square Uranus. Again, tighter and tighter. Because Saturn will station at 18, right? And Uranus will be at 17 by the time it gets there. So they're going to get within 1 degree. So that whole 2021 is kind of coming back. Just be responsible, for your future, for your connections, for your future, for your present moment. That kind of authority to be like present and here and like the boss of your life and your happiness will go so far. So far. So that's my weekend horoscope for everybody. And I hope you're all doing well. I appreciate you all for checking out the live. Sugar booger, Teresa. You guys are funny. All right. Let's see what's in the cards. The Two of Cups. Oh my gosh. It's funny because I feel this energy a lot just with the Venus retrogrades we had in Gemini. Gemini rules the twins. It's the Lovers card. And Mars is kind of coming through over these next 7 months to retrograde. And I do feel like there's a lot of soulmate energy out there. There's a lot of really powerful connection, emotional, this is going to be so good. So I think that, this is kind of a weekend to realize there's a lot of embracing, energy out there. There's a lot of people that kind of are coming together. So, be on the lookout for the things that are really lighting you up when it comes to romance, and especially finishing up in Leo, which the sign that rules romance and love too. Pay attention to what, do you feel like this? Or are you looking for this? Good. That's what we're looking for. Passion, love. If you're not getting that, that would be some truth that could show up this weekend. Prince of Pentacles in reverse. That's kind of the interesting part of this weekend, is I think we want to be kind of focused in reality. We want to be in that place of seeing everything for what it is, but we also don't want to, escape it. We don't want to push things under the rug too much. We do want to be able to, flow through life, but we still got to pay attention. So what's up with the reality part of your life? Are you making sure that you're being responsible? I feel like this card's also saying don't be irresponsible. You can't be just an infant kid. Be a teenager, but make the smart choice. To know that you're not going to get in too much trouble if you, do something a little too crazy. But it's funny getting that after the Two of Cups. I don't know. It's money won't buy you love either. Whoever needed to hear that message. King of Wands. Bam. In the authority of our heart, making smart decisions based on the things we love, the things we want to create, the happiness in life. There's no wavering. This is definitely throne energy here of being I am in control of my personal space and the things that I want to do, and it's not up to all these weird things that reality wants to throw at me with the Page of Pentacles in reverse. It's definitely about the Two of Cups. That is soulmate card energy, whether it's about another person or just within yourself. This is definitely I'm going to do the things that make me feel like I am 100% connected and in it and love it, and there is no other. That's it. So I love you all very much. Thanks for being here with me, and I hope you have a great weekend. Wishing you all the best, and I will see you for Monday's horoscope. Sunday night, early Monday morning, maybe Monday. Maybe you watch it on Tuesday. I don't know. I'll see you then, though. Have a great weekend. Peace.